Hey there, book besties and cozy cousins. It's me, Amma B, and I'm back at it again with another weekly vlog. Right now, I am actually dropping off a present for a fellow creator. Her name is M. Rumble, and she uses literature with her therapist license to help people, heal and learn more about themselves. And I just think that's so interesting. So I'm sending her a book that was a 5-star for me. It was one of my first 5 stars of the year. Actually, it was my first 5-star of the year. I read this in January, and it was highly requested. Maybe not January, maybe it was like March. I don't know, but I was going to the library. I got this at the library, and I just so happened to get it at a little free library. But I bought her a new copy, and I also made her a card. And I'm just so excited. I really hope that she enjoys it, and it's not like a for her. But even if it is, I hope she appreciates the thought, because she sent me a really good book by Drew Fulo, and she I haven't read it yet, but she made it to the New York bestsellers list, so I definitely want to check that out. So I decided to send her, something for me that I thought she'd like. But anyways, let's get going. Let's drop this off at UPS, and then let's head to the bookstore. Hey, so we have sent off the package. Hopefully it'll be there by Wednesday, so that's very exciting. Hopefully by Friday she'll get it. I'm gonna text her on Wednesday and just make sure she got it. Anyways, I am really itching for this book called This Girl's a Killer. I picked it up the last time I was at Barnes & Noble, and the new one, and I saw it and I was like, I really want this, but I put it back, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come back for this book. I'm gonna buy it on Amazon. Go on Amazon, doesn't drop till the 29th. So I said, oh my gosh, I hope it's still there when I get there. So I'm kind of excited. I've really been loving paperbacks, and it's buy one paperback and get one 50% off, plus I have a $10 reward. I did say I was gonna stack them, so I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. But $10 reward plus buy one get one 50% off, that's free books. That's all I'm saying. I'm currently reading Don't Let the Forest In. It's pretty good. I will say that it's slow. Like, it's not slow like it's boring, but it's slow like, I know something cool is happening, let's just talk about it. Let's just have a chit chat about it. That's kind of how I feel about the book. I think I'm like 9 chapters in. That might be an exaggeration. I can actually check. But I just feel like it's really taking its time to like get there, and it's very much, can we get her there? And it's like, girl, I don't know. Like, I want us to get there. I also kind of love how, hold on, I'm on chapter 8. Excuse me, I'm on chapter 8. We got like 4.5 hours left of it, and I'm just like, girl, like, can we get her there? Like, are we gonna get there? Like, that's kind of how I feel. I don't know, girls. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm loving the writing. I think it's interesting. Don't love the main character. Very next on him, but I'm loving how he's blossoming as things are starting to happen. I don't want to give anything away, but essentially the main character's name is Andrew, and he goes to a like hoity-toity, like really expensive boarding school called Wickwood Academy. He goes there with his twin sister Dove. They're both from Australia. They come in the middle of the year. Everybody already has their cliques, and he's like painfully shy, like painfully introverted, to the point where people think that he's rude instead of thinking that he's shy. And he makes this friend named Thomas, and essentially Andrew is really struggling with his sexuality, and I don't know, I really appreciate having this view of him, like being able to see what he's thinking, because I think if he was just a character that just like existed, I would be like, girl, what's going on with you? But the real tea is like a lot. A lot is going on with my babe. So Andrew's a writer. He writes these like really short really heartbreaking, like really beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy like shorts, and like they incorporated one I think in chapter 7. So good. Like he's so talented and he's so interesting, but he's just like painfully shy, and it's just like, girl, you could do so much, but it's like, no, that's not what life's about. Anyway, sorry, I'm spiraling. But long story short, he kind of admits his love for Andrew, but Andrew's got a lot of stuff going on, girl. His parents are artists. They're like a little abusive. They're like a little, if they're not abusive, they're being neglecty. Like, it's bad. Like, he broke his phone right before the summer, so he hasn't talked to him all summer. It's like, it's a lot of longing. It's a lot of longing. And I think that's the thing about YA, is that like, if the genre is like a certain mix of like sadness mixed with like action or horror, you get a lot of introspection that's just like, oh man, I remember being this age. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if the circumstances is like so different, it's just like, I remember being this age. Like, this seems exhausting. And it's like, it was, but getting older, you just figure out a new way to exhaust yourself. Anyways, long story short, I am enjoying it. I wish it would kind of speed up a little bit. I'm giving it like 2 more chapters before I'm like, okay girl, like this is just isn't for me. But I'm gonna finish it because, you know, graciously, this was another NetGalley arc. Yeah, and I've really been loving reading arcs lately. Like, I've been heavily in my arc era. And this and Black Flora are my last 2, because I decided I was gonna finish this and read it. So I don't know, people have been giving it really high reviews. Thank you, darling. Okay. People have been giving it really high reviews, but I don't know yet. I feel like I'll know around chapter 10 whether this is gonna be like a 3-star for me or not, because I don't know if it's gonna go higher than 3 stars honestly right now, but I'm reading it. Exciting. I mean, I haven't read these in such a long time, and one of my coworkers was telling me I should reread it so that I can get back into it. So I'm definitely going to check this out. Ooh, I think this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive of Beach Read. I don't think I've read anything by Emily Henry. It's pretty though. This looks really cool. I've seen this a couple of times. I don't know if this is a retelling, but that looks super cool. And I've seen this a couple of times, especially for the dark romance girlies. And plus purple strayed edges, you've already got me. This one I've seen, Swords Cross. This looks like really highly rated on Goodreads. Last time I checked, I have to look again. I did not enjoy this, but I think I just couldn't get into it. I didn't read much of it. I think I read like 4 chapters and I was like, oh, okay, girl, this might not be for me, but I might give it a chance. If you've ever read anything by this author, let me know down in the comments. I think it just might be high fantasy. I don't really love high fantasy. I don't like getting too enthralled, but yeah, not quite for me. This is the book. This is the book I was talking about. This Girl's a Killer is the one that I wanted to come here and pick up. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. I found it right here in staff favorites. And I think this is the thing I like the most about the Barnes & Noble here, is because the tables are so thoughtful. Like I said that in my last vlog, so if you haven't watched it yet, it was the grand opening on grand opening day. Make sure to check that out. But I just love like the staff picks and the recommendations. They're short, sweet, to the point, and they just really let you know what you're gonna get into. So I appreciate that. I had an arc for this, but it ran out before I could finish it, but I am kind of excited to reread it. I know it was kind of advertised to me as like a Black Crimson Peak, and if you've never seen that movie, it is a psychological thriller like set in a historical kind of gothic setting. It's crazy. And if you loved Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, this is definitely like those same vibes. Can I just also say this cover is what drew me in, and the feeling of this is like as creepy and crawly as it felt. Again, I only got a couple of chapters in before I couldn't download it anymore, but I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna grab this. I really loved the writing. I thought it was a super interesting concept, so I'm gonna look it up. You should check it out too. So I'm definitely grabbing this. I'm really looking forward to this because I need to get back into my horror thriller bag. This is another 5-star from this year, but definitely only for the girlies that like a little bit of gore but gentle love. Just saying. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm actually going to take you guys to the library to go get this on DVD, but the 2000, I think in 6 or 2008 version with Gerard Butler of Phantom of the Opera made me an absolute stan. I actually went to see it at the Kennedy Center with my mom when I was like 21. One of the top 10 experiences of my entire life. If you love historical fiction and you also love a little bit of drama, you should definitely check out this book. This is a really great literary fiction book, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Yeah, it's a good one, right? Sherry. Okay, so I just had the greatest interaction talking about the Evelyn Hugo book, and everybody was telling me I need to read the Kristen and Hannah books. I also want to check out Daisy and the Six because I really do like Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing. Like, it keeps you captivated the whole time. You know a lot about the characters. But I am so excited to read this, y'all. I cannot lie. Once I finish Don't Let the Forest In and Black Flora, which I already know what I'm going to rate that, because that was a really, really good reference book to give you history and just like a little in-depth of like where people learn about like flowers, but we'll get into that when we get back to do the reading vlog. But I'm really excited to get into this because I haven't read anything that was like really horrifying since Tender Beast by Lyselle Sandberry. I believe I gave that 5 stars. If I didn't, it was 4.5. But Tender Beast and Jackal by Erin E. Adams, I haven't read any horror since then. So this gives me the same kind of vibe. It's set in Louisiana, and I really, really love anything set in Louisiana plus a little bit of horror. So I'm in it. I'm already there. So yeah, let me know some of your horror and thriller recommendations down in the comments, because October, November, that's what I need. I need a good thriller. Guys, I did not know Terry McMillan was the writer of Waiting to Exhale. I just got It's All Downhill From Here from a Little Free Library, and I'm really excited to read it. This just made me like push that up on my list. I feel like I need to rewatch that like soon. I have been seeing a lot of people on YouTube talk about this Graveyard Shift. It says here that it's a rad, crisp, creepy read, which I love. It's super duper short, so I'm tempted to pick it up. I didn't realize it was going to be this short until I picked it up, but I think this might be a good like buddy read with Honey Bun. And I just got another one on audiobook that just came in, and it's so funny since it's Indigenous Peoples Day. It's Never Whistle at Night, and it is an anthology of horror stories with like Native American cryptids and like myths in the back. I'm really excited to read that, so I think I'm gonna grab this. I haven't read a novella in a while. I picked this up the last time that I was here. This is the monthly young adult picks, and I really love Joelle Wellington, but I did not jump into this as quickly as I thought I would, so I put it down. I think I'm gonna pick it back up closer to Halloween, but I'm really excited to read that. I've heard some things about this, not sure about it. A lot of it is cutesy romance, but love that there are some darker fiction on this side. I always go towards like the darker and more colorful, like the more darker and dramatic text. Like that's how I know like, oh, okay, these are ones that I can like. I have Crave. I've never read it. I don't know. It's been really hard for me to get into vampires lately. So hopefully I can get into that. I really want to read Immortal Dark, but I haven't yet. So If you have, let me know. So I'm going to start Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. I'm really excited because it's short, sweet, to the point, and I just want something scary. I just want something that's gonna put me in the mood. I actually watched Salem's Lot on Max. Did I tell you guys this? I watched Salem's Lot on Max and I was so scared, y'all. I was really shook. So I was just like, I need something like scary to get me there. I need to get there. Yeah. I don't know, today's been such a weird and good day. Like, it's been so weird and good. Like, I had this really great conversation with these really nice ladies in the bookstore. I'm about to go get some Chick-fil-A. Yesterday I found this really cute ice cream place. I'm going to tell you guys all about it. But make sure you guys are subscribed to the tribe, because if you're not subscribed to the tribe, how will you know when I upload more goodness for us to chit chat and yap about books? Thank you all so much for watching this bookstore vlog. It was a really fun time to make. Make sure to drop all your thriller and creepy crawly recommendations and go ahead and click another video. It's right there for you.